as you guys, kind of as Shando files into the room here, and she's got her rifle trained
Stack
on.
up.
And you guys are filling into the room too?
Sure.
Clear.
Okay.
So he'd be there.
Yep. All right.
Tango spot.
Tango spotted. And
We're gonna be down. Aim for the hip.
so as you guys enter the room, the Vesk, who's kind of up against the console now, is just kind of looking back and forth. So, I see you all seem to have been buddy, and he's making sure that he's trying to make sure that none of you are kind of getting a good angle on him. He's got the Vesk tied, kind of up right here, and the Vesk is unconscious.
Yusoki.
Yusoki, sorry. The Vesk has the Yusoki.
Yep.
Sorry.
Since I'm near the back, or in the back row there,
He's the
and I'm
sheriff.
shorter, can I just be quick taking a look around while he's saying this? I want to look and see if immediately next to me anywhere there's any other consoles or anything that looks like it would operate the train, or literally anything that would operate
something
anything
similar.
else.
Perception check.
I'm looking for lights. The light
Perception
source.
check from you. Lights?
Light sources.
Okay. There's the front kind of viewport. They're very thin. Just to kind of give you an idea of the area of the room. There are, very kind of analog consoles, it seems like, around the room. The front seems a little bit more, advanced at least. But there's very thin slits on the front. It seems like there's some sort of blast shielding that could go down. It's open at the moment, so there's only a 6-inch gap that kind of meets both sides. It looks like the front kind of ends in a triangle kind of point. And there's just a singular kind of set of lights running down the middle of the room at the ceiling.
Okay.
So I mean it's
Is it low light? Would you say?
no, it's normal room kind of light, and there's also the ambient light from outside. As the train's still moving on its own.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anything next to me or Buzz that looks like it's
What's your perception?
15?
15. There seems to be there's a kind of short console that's on the sides. Looks like they're kind of like maintenance consoles as you're just kind of giving it a quick glance. You're not sure what it all does, but you'd have to spend some time working on it to figure out.
But they look like they're some sort of electronics.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's something to operate the train with. You're not sure if it's integral or not, but trying to give it around the world.
Hello. Just checking the battery.
So there, as far as the lighting is concerned, there's the ambient from the front, and then there's the singular kind of lack of a better term, fluorescent light, essentially across the top. It seems to be built in, and it's encased.
Do I see any? Are all the controls behind the Vesk?
Behind the Vesk, and then there's some short kind of consoles to your left and to your right.
Okay. Do I have a perception enough to know what those consoles do?
That'd be more like engineering.
Okay.
I mean, as you guys are walking into this room, kind of just getting a quick glance at the area, it seems like you're not really sure what to look for. I mean, as time goes on in this situation, you might be able to kind of give it a quick glance.
Okay. I'm waiting for Shando's go ahead.
Okay. All right. So and Buzz is just standing there as he's got his kind of sword to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We got you, man.
So
There's nothing specific that I have to do, spell-wise or anything. There's nothing I have to do to prepare to do this. But as a mechanic, I can use overload on electronic devices. And I just want to get ready for whenever something pops off, whatever happens here, I want to be ready to just do that on the nearest electronic device, which would be whatever's next to me here on the wall.
just trying to overload the electronic device, whatever it is.
It basically just, that electronic device doesn't work for a minute.
Okay.
But just, however I have to accomplish that by crossing wires, whatever the physical action is, I want to get ready to start doing that whenever this stuff in front of me pops off.
Just turn off
If it
a
does.
microwave or something.
Okay, I got you. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. So as you
Could be
see,
important for the
Shandu is
train.
now there. She's like, "Give it up, Chev. This is the last. This is the last thing that you'll be doing as a free man. Don't even try to think of it as the last thing you're doing as a living man. And he kind of looks at her like, "What would you know?
Is that a mixed
It's
message?
supposed to be intimidating. Purely humans." As she's, just still aiming her rifle at him. She's like, "Come on, it's not the type of way that you want to die. Does this seem honorable to you?" She's kind of like trying to appease to him some
Diplomacy.
She's trying to appease to him. And he's like, "What do you know of honor? I know about you." And he kind of like snorts as he's like staring at her and kind of looking back and forth. "Yeah, certainly seems like you run with some honorable people. I have seen their types before." He like looks at you, and he lingering look at you and doesn't say anything.
I know what that is.
And she just, continues, like, just kind of moves very slowly as she, like, puts the rifle down. She's like,
Yeah,
slings
putting
it on
her
her,
just
slings it on her back.
down
like,
by my side.
She's got her rifle is down. You're putting your
I'm just lowering
down.
it.
You're lowering it. Okay.
It's still like down.
So,
I've
It's
got
not-
I've just
it's
got
not
my
away.
hand on my
Together.
pistol on my
Okay.
hip, but
Alright.
still ready to.
and she kind of looks at him. Listen, nobody wants to die. Maybe work something out. You don't need to go to jail. Let the cronies take the fall. Okay. You think I would do this to my own men? She just listen. Listen, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here. And she's here kind of like, inching forward.
Do I have enough time now to look at these consoles or have a better idea?
Yeah, give it an engineering check. We'll just say. And if you want to as well, looking at the one.
Yeah, sure. If I can glean anything.
Because I'm assuming that's what you were looking to do when you were doing the overload thing.
Engineering or computers?
Engineering. Okay. Computers would be like interacting with it.
27.
27? Okay. Seems like the integral systems might, just kind of looking at it, it seems more like maintenance. You're not really sure exactly what it does, but it doesn't seem to be like anything integral to the train, like moving or anything like that.
Would I know if it can completely turn off the lights?
And
Would it control this cabin's lighting and
It-
like blast shield or whatever it
it
is?
looks like there might be,
Okay.
but you're not sure like what you would all need to do. It might be like kind of involved.
Okay. I don't know.
And what was your totals?
14.
14.
Yep.
There might be. You're not sure what the exact effect of overloading might do to that console, but it seems to be related to possibly the car's like internal. It seems like this may be like the comm station of some sort.
Okay.
So it isn't like again an integral part, but
But whatever it is doing, it would stop doing
it
it.
will stop doing it very much so. Yes.
Just for a little bit. Just for a while.
All right. So, as she kind of, leans forward, she like leans to the side. And she's now Shando's put her rifle on the ground, and you see as she's kind of like stepping forward, one more step. She kind of looks. So, we're just down to you and the rest of us. What's the play here, big man? What are we gonna do? Shove. He kind of slides to the.
I'm raising the gun up a little bit and I'm loading it slowly.
Are you trying
As
to do
whatever
stealth?
he's doing,
He's just kind of moving to the side a little bit
Okay,
as
mine
he's
is
like trying to like.
gradually coming up then.
Okay. He like sees that. He's like looking at you, and she kind of like motions for you to like kind of. So she kind of looks at you,
She's got this, Alex.
and as she kind of turns, she gives you kind of like one of those side, like a side wink sort of thing, as like she turns in your direction. So it's yeah. Just to notice as she kind of like gives you kind of a very
I'm gonna open up
long
telepathy and
stare.
I'm gonna say, "You got this?"
And replying back to you, she states, "I have nothing at the moment. I can't cross this distance unless you can give me an opening."
What do you want me to do?
Got any ideas?
The Hisoki's kind of high up on his body. He
Yeah,
seems pretty tall.
He's and the vest is about kind of tickling 7 feet. And the Shoki obviously is not like full, torso cover, but he has them up high enough that like the top of the Yosoki's head is like kind of just underneath his chin. So like his head's visible, but like the big part of his torso is covered by this Yosoki, and he's got the gun like pressed right to his head.
So I'm gonna do something if you will allow it. I'm gonna, after she says that, have any ideas? I'm gonna give her back a wink, or whatever, and I'm gonna then slowly put my gun back on its its magnet attachment, while with my other hand, if I can, sleight of hand, grab my pistol and do a little hip shot at his kneecap.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Sleight of hand to try and beat his perception to
Okay.
see if your, shot or if your, kind of motion is noticed by him.
That's a natural 20 plus a 9, 29.
That's 9. Okay. He got a 21, so it's very good that you rolled high.
Yeah.
Because he rolled a natural 18.
Oh shit.
But his perception isn't super high.
Okay.
So in this case, he doesn't notice as you make that. You have time to make that one attack. So are you trying to?
Kneecap him, because
Kneecap him?
Isoki is a little high up on him, and I'm guessing that I have enough space between
Okay.
his body to get that shot at least.
Yeah. So making this attack against a specific portion of his body is going to be a higher AC bonus
Okay.
for.
This is with my laser pistol too, so
Right,
it's,
laser pistol. Okay, got it. All right. So go ahead and make that shot.
Ranged.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't really have a reaction in this case, right in sequence, just because you're not in kind of the line of things.
It's a 23.
23 against his EAC.
My laser pistol is
It's laser pistol, EAC. Okay, 23. Okay, yeah, his EAC was 20. So yep. So go ahead and roll the damage.
okie doke. Uno.
All right. Well,
Well,
all the same, I mean, you
critted to hit him, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did.
So you
Is
get the doesn't the
plus
Yeah,
laser
burn
pistol?
damage.
You roll the damage dice twice.
Okay, 2.
2. Did you roll 1 twice?
No, 1. It's 3 total.
Oh, 3 total. Okay, all right, gotcha. And then it has the burning.
plus your modifier. So
Crit.
your total of 2 rolls plus your modifier and then the crit.
Is that much? Is that what you added?
I got a 1 for the first roll, and the burn damage was 2.
Well, you don't roll the burn.
Oh, that goes-
Being a crit shot,
Oh, okay.
you double that damage,
Okay.
and then you double that.
Okay.
So just think of it as like rolled and then just double.
So 6.
Is that total? Like you rolled and then you rolled a 1, and then modifier was much.
For ranged.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it was 6.
Okay, all right. So 6 damage total. All right. I'm gonna try and fort save just to try and stay still. Okay, so no, unfortunately for him, his knee buckles and you see the pistol kind of like move away because you shot on the opposite side, and you see like him dropping.
So I'm assuming that she got my wink and my
Yep. Shando's charging forward, and you see opposing athletic check against Vesk. She charges into him, and she unfortunately doesn't you know, get the gun away from him or like tackle him to the ground. But as she's getting pushed away, you see her grabbing onto the COP and she like pulls him away. And in this split second, are you guys doing anything? Like,
Oh, no,
I mean,
no.
you had
Oh, I
done
did my
yours,
thing.
so like this is what you were Buzz, as this is happening like really quick.
Buzz is gonna swipe out with the sword, especially since the Usoki's out of the way now.
Okay, so he charges forward. All right, so go
Yep.
ahead and have him make that attack.
Ah, Buzz! Oh!
Holy shit.
So for him, that's going to be a 24 from against KAC.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's actually just big boy damage.
Huge boy damage.
Plus his
He
strength.
gets his strength and stuff.
Okay, so 3 damage.
All right. Okay, and then are you Buzz, or excuse me, Ted, doing anything?
I was preparing to do the overload thing, but
Well, I mean, okay, so I know was that. I mean, are you just like doing that? Because like this is like a split second.
if I can, I'd like to be able to shoot in this moment, even though I wasn't like holding that one.
Well, you had your hand on it, so I'll just say
Okay.
sure. So
Okay.
go ahead and make your attack. Buzz is in at scrum, so it's like he's off to the side, but there's still just a little bit of a bonus for him.
No.
No?
3 on the dot.
3 on the dot? Yeah, unfortunately, trying not to hit Buzz, and you see it ricochet off the front console. You see it like hit one of the electronics, sparks shooting off.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
I like fireworks.
So in that instance, now as Buzz is now like against him, you see him pulling out a very large combat knife, like larger than most.
Do it.
And he makes his melee attack against Buzz. It's a 19 against KAC.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Rolled max on that.
He's
Buzz
down.
takes 10 damage.
He's broken.
Okay. You see, and you see the big knife just jam into the side of like Buzz's neck, and he just like shrugs it down, and blood kind of just slops off to the side. From her position, Shando, who's now like prone, she's going to like get back up, and you see her like drawing a pistol on her side, and she's taking a shot at him. She miss. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Shando unfortunately, must have got her bell rung because she's now like misses, and her shot like hits just above him and ricochets off to the side. That's going to be the end of her turn. Just kind of going in the order that you guys were able to do it.
Mhm.
It's your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna reload my. Oh no, I had my other thing out, so I'm gonna do
You
a
had-
swift action just to grab my sheer knife rifle and just do a shot at him.
All right, go ahead.
That's a range attack, so that's a 19.
19 hits.
It's gonna burst off to the side there. 8. 8
All right.
damage. And I'm gonna use my movement to then just reload real quick too.
All right. Buzz down. Ted.
Glad I took that laser pistol from him.
I heard that.
I knew how broken up he was going into this. That was kind of the plan.
Time to self-destruct.
I can't. A, he doesn't have that. I didn't
Yeah, I
pack
know.
him with a
I thought that'd been
Like-
cool. He's cool.
C4. And
He's a brick now.
okay, so I want to take the one gun that I've been firing with, fire one shot at him.
All right. So there's no added bonus for him for AC.
20.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. Come on, D4, be nice to me. Don't be a poo. 2 damage.
Got his burning damage roll.
Okay. And then I'd like to use the gun I took from buzz and fire in the other hand.
Fair enough. You turn into this duelist. He's looking pretty banged up.
Good for him.
Can I just try and graze like his arm or something? Just try and like wing him so that he spins out and like hits the counter or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh wow. So that for the second attack.
Because you're trying to do non-lethal, right?
Yep.
Okay. Second attack.
Flat 19.
Flat 19. Okay. With the minuses to it, because you're doing a full attack, that really actually is a -4.
Yep.
and
So it'd be 15.
okay, that does not hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Actually, I guess that would even be -4 to that too, because
Well-
you're trying to do non-lethal with a lethal weapon.
And well, I would get my ranged attack bonus of 4, so I just because I knew that it was -4 for attacking the second time, so I just didn't
So it's just
calculate
15.
that, so that it would be 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not. That does not hit. So that's going to be the end of your turn. We're just using this as kind of like the combat initiative.
Okay.
Getting to his turn, he kind of looks at Shando and the rest of you, and he decided what he's trying to do. He's going to charge at Shando. He's going to make his melee attack with his big ass sword. Sword, essentially, but it's a
big ass sword.
combat knife looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. As he comes for a horizontal strike against Shando, you see him connecting, and you see just this long trail of crimson as she gets knocked down. She's unconscious.
No, Shando, you were the badass.
Badass.
It's past tense now.
So
You're the
and
badass.
she like kind of spinning in the air, kind of like lands on her side, and she's like, you see the blood kind of trailing off of her as she's down. It is now your turn. As you see him now like turning, and he's like, "Roar!" As he looks like he's going for like some sort of like kill shot on her.
I'm gonna trick attack again. I'm gonna use my full round action to, just try to intimidate him to stop what he's doing.
Okay. So you're actually taking a shot at him to try and do it. Like
Yeah, my trick attack, I use a bluff or intimidate, right, first, and
Yep.
then that gets him to pretty much submit.
Well, bluff. I mean, the trick attack by itself is technically kind of a way for you to like go. Like it's a way for you to like enhance the damage on it. Really, it's not like. I mean, if you're just trying to like move forward, like trying to get him to surrender, it would just be like a straight like intimidation check. He seems like he's in the middle of like just kind of like fury. So.
Okay, then I'm gonna use telepathy, and I'm just gonna really serenely and calmly say, "There's no way out of this. Just give up now."
Okay, diplomacy. I mean, you're not bluffing about it, are you?
Just to
I mean, you're trying to do it serenely, so I would.
yeah,
think that's
I said
intimidation.
serenely and calmly. Like I would say that's kind of like a bluff, isn't it? Since I'm like trying to get him to put down his guard.
I mean, if you're saying you're bluffing, so.
Okay, then that's 17. 23.
Okay. You-
And that's part of my trick attack. So
okay, so you 23. That matches the DC that you would need
Okay.
for your trick attack. That is.
So I get
So
a-
with trick attack, so you can trick or startle a foe and then attack when they drop their guard. So that's what that does. So you're like kind of getting him to drop his guard on
Mhm.
this, so you deal additional damage.
How much additional? Because I already get 1d10 plus 3 and then whatever additional.
You deal 1d4 additional damage, and the target is flat-footed. So the damage increases to 1d8 at third level. So you do a d8 on top of that damage. So you need to roll. You still need to roll to hit.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you're just shooting. All right.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
That is a 25.
That definitely hits. So as he kind of like turns in your direction, your shot rings out. Go ahead and do the damage.
10.
Okay. Unfortunately, you did not declare that you were doing non-lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the round blast through his forehead, and his, entire cranium just seems to explode backwards onto the console and like the front viewport. You see like this kind of green blue sort of like mess just appear, and you like, and then just kind of on one knee, and then just slams down.
And I just put down my gun. I go up to the controls that are caked in blood, and I'm just looking for a stop on the console.
Okay, computers check in this case. Yeah. As you're like wiping away the brain matter and such.
18.
18. Okay, so you look on the console and you see that where the controls are for like the speed and emergency stop. You're like, okay, you press it, like slowing down or stopping.
Yep, stopping.
It's not working. Seems like you notice nearby one of those bullet holes, scorch marks from one of the last pistols, is like it hit the console, and it seems like the light's kind of flickering a little bit, but it's not responding as you're trying to use it.
Oh, interesting.
So like the train's still moving
Mm-hmm.
somehow, but it's not responding to what you're trying to do.
Okay,
What
Ted,
are you
we
trying-
need to fix this console quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up there and start looking at it too with him.
Okay, and
Get a little more hands-on.
what's Buzz doing? Well, never mind. Sorry.
He's just
Sorely.
laying there.
He's just taking a
He's
nap,
hanging
taking
out.
a snoozer. Everybody else besides you two is just taking snoozes.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're trying. You get up to the console and you see now the vest brains and like scorch marks are spattered over the good portion of it. Yeah. You
Sorry.
kind of wiping it away.
I like put it in my. Okay.
Oh,
It's like a for later.
go ahead and make me an engineering check as you're trying to find a way to like bypass it and like fix it. Do you want
14.
14?
I rolled a 3. God damn it.
Okay. You're not sure. You might be able to fix it. It's going to take some time though. So you notice that
Oh, we have some
the
time.
the ways to like steer, like the navigation, seems to be locked out. And
Can I just want to overload this bitch.
Can I grab the Yosoki? Because maybe he had admin permissions and
He's
just put his hands
he's
on it.
unconscious right now. So like there's not like a
Pressing his
hand
face
thing.
against the console.
Yeah, just like maybe it's an
Retina
Oculus.
scan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I search him maybe to find if he has like a override key or anything?
Go ahead and just give me
A loot roll.
a loot roll. Yeah, a perception check.
Perception.
If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna be looking at this thing, figuring out how I can overload it and just shut it down.
It's
Okay.
18
18.
for perception on here.
You pat him down, and you see like where on his hip there was like kind of looks to be like a clip of some sort that's busted. Where like there was like like how like people have like the badge kind of clip things.
Then I go over to the guy that I splattered his brains. I'm gonna look for it there.
Yeah, as you search through him, you see like kind of tucked very like hastily in like one of his pockets. You see like a data card.
So without looking, I just throw it up to Tet behind my back.
Try to catch it without looking behind my back.
reflex.
18.
You like see it starting to crest over your field of vision. You're like,
I touch one of
And
his
Thank
whiskers.
you see the port for it, and you turn it, and it seemed to disengage the automatic pilot. Now you see like
Alright,
now the train as you're starting to do that now you're able to like steer it as you see like this basically like what amounts to kind of like a singular joystick kind of rises out of the console, and you immediately start to feel the train lurching to one side.
Grab it.
Give me a piloting check.
Not using this one anymore.
That's my boy.
Piloting 29.
Okay, you like brace your feet on it.
Never
'cause,
trained
like,
before.
You're not sure how you're like. Yosoki must have had like a footstool or something like that to stand up here, but you're like now like standing on it. And you're like using it as like a brace. And you're like bringing it back, and you like level off the train, and it's still you look out the viewport, and you kind of like have to like reach up and like cleaning off the one side, and you like kind of peek over, and you like eventually like getting tired of it. You like, luckily the viewports still work, so you like and like they now like they seem to have like kind of like a minimal setting, and then like they like separate, and now you have like a full kind of like front view, and it's just desert still. You recognize. Give me a what kind of check are we looking here for? Give me a
Nature.
there's no nature. Give me a perception check. Just say just a general perception
Sense
check.
motive.
What's the motive of outside?
What's the motive of
What's
the
the weather
desert out there?
What are you doing, son?
Perception 13.
13. Akaton's your home. Unfortunately, that allows you to know that a lot of places along the unsettled areas are very similar looking. Best guess, you remember that you were going through the Slofskar Hills. You don't know where in those hills you're at. You just know it's a very barren place. It's a very desolate,
Can we turn on
danger-filled
Can I
place.
just start slowing us down and bringing us to a stop?
Unfortunately, even though you like now have control over the train, as far as like steering is concerned, it seems like whatever speed controls are on there are still damaged. In and out.
Can I go under him and then try to fix the?
It looks like and you guys are just looking the other two, just making sure.
Well, while he was doing that,
I have to stay.
I was
Yeah,
steering
like
this
you
thing, so
like
I
try
can't-
and like start to move to try and like look, and you like immediately feel the joystick kind of moving to the sides. And you're like
While he was getting the piloting stuff down, I was
'Cause
going to go over to
Shando is
Shando and get.
absolutely bleeding out.
Yeah, I was going to put the bandages that I pilfered earlier.
All right, so for that, I want you to give me a medicine check. This is most definitely a deadly sized wound, as you see, like now, like as you kind of like move her armor, and like you're not really able to get it, sort of, like unhinge it. It's like as you kind of have, now this close proximity, you notice that like part of her armor is like you just like it's like really piecemeal together, but one of her shoulder plates seems to have the same insignias as like the stewards.
Okay.
It's a very tarnished, very like the blue is almost very hardly visible. There's like plenty of scorch marks and things like that, but you do notice that that's the partial portions of the insignia there.
Hmm.
But
I got a
medicine check.
26
Okay.
medicine.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to stabilize her.
Okay.
You don't have anything to like get her conscious, but you've
Stopped her
kept you've stopped the immediate life.
That's all I wanted to do. And
So
then I
you
wanted
kind
to
of pull her off to the side so that she's now at least like kind of laying down in a place that's not in your way.
Okay. And then I'm going to go over to
Yeah,
the
and
console now.
and the Yusoki, he just seems like straight up unconscious still. So
Okay.
he's not like there's no life-threatening illnesses on him. You just see a very big goose egg kind of starting to bulge out of his fur on the side of his head. So it looks like whatever the best, just came and whacked the shit out of him.
That's how I'm patching up.
Okay.
Doogie.
Trauma center?
No, it's Doogie.
Oh, Doogie Howser. All right, so you
Going over to Tet after he was piloting. I'm going to try to fix the speed up, slow down.
All right, so you're trying to work on the throttle. All right,
Yes.
so you look and there's a place for you to be able to kind of go through. Just give me a quick engineering check as you try and like use your survival knife to try and pry it open. At this
15.
point- Okay. Yeah, you pop it open and you see now sparks kind of shooting out, and you see it's just the good. There's not a lot that seems to have like been hit hard, but it seems like whatever got hit was very connected with the power and shit. So because you see like a couple of like units in there kind of arcing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you like kind of looking around trying to find out how to fix it. Like the
Okay.
systems there. So it might take. It's gonna probably take a little while for you to like at least assess the situation. So
Sure.
give me an engineering check.
You said engineering.
Engineering.
Okay.
This part is definitely engineering.
This is a non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20? Okay. All right. You don't have the parts on hand to fix it. It looks like you might need to patch a few things, and like you might be able to figure out at least that way to like restore power to that
Okay.
function.
Can I go borrow Buzz?
He's kind of broken.
Can I borrow his parts?
Kind of need those to put him back together.
We kind of need something to slow this place down.
Make do.
Okay, can I find anything else other than Buzz?
You
mean,
can
if-
try and search the rest of the engine.
Okay, I'm gonna try to search the rest. Of
Okay,
it.
so you go back out through the double doors, and you notice that there's the one there's a couple of different rooms. There's the two immediately outside of the
And
engine.
look in the one that's already open that Shanda busted in.
Okay, it seems like it's probably like the living quarters for whoever's.
Not it. And I tried it this door.
Okay, you try it. It seems to be locked.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do a cheat and stiff
Lay
arm
a
it.
shoulder into it.
Yeah.
Alright, athletics check.
Athletics.
Yep.
It's not too bad.
This whole time I've been imagining sitting sort of around like double digging.
Yeah, just shuffle.
27.
Yeah, you bust it open.
Lights on.
Lights are
Sensor.
kind of flickering on as you bust in. It seems like it's a similar kind of room, though it's like got boxes stacked kind of in there. It seems like whoever was kind of filling this was like trying to make the most use out of the space.
I grab my Sure-Eye rifle, grab it from the opposite end, and start banging all the boxes.
Okay.
Break them open.
Yeah, I'm like Link in the pot shop.
Okay. God damn it. Okay, give me. Oh my god, I don't know. Give me a.
Perception.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Well,
Well,
just
can
the
I
way
like, look
that
at the
you-
boxes,
tell
see what
me.
they read, maybe? Before I'm like,
Yeah, you look
That one.
around. You look around. Perception check for that.
Okay,
As you're kind of searching around,
that's cocked a bit.
you're like looking through shit.
It's an 18 plus 6.
Okay, 18 plus 6. All right. Kind of moving as you're like preparing to smash it. You see like there might be you see like in the back there's like it seems to be like maybe a toolbox or something.
And it's a crate.
No,
Or is it
it's
just, like, open?
it's just like they're not all crates in here. It's just like random boxes and containers and things like that. It just seems really like it's a Mod Podge thing.
Okay.
But you do see like what appears to be like a maintenance of tool box of some kind.
Okay, then I just use to hook it and swing it over like a hobo sack and just
Okay. All right, so you kind of like as you're piling, you like hear a lot of metal shuffling, and you see him coming back in with a toolbox kind of slung over his.
I knew you
sheer
could do
ruffle
it.
butt.
Okay,
So-
I throw it down and I'm
You like look inside. There might be stuff for you to be able to at least like try and do it. So it looks like there's just a Mod Podge of shit in there.
okay.
But go ahead and give me an engineering check as you're trying to repair this.
Using the same guy.
You're trying to like patch the console and at least like restore some sort of function.
It's like a 26.
26. All right. Ow, shit. As you are trying to work on it, it takes you probably the better part of like 15, 20 minutes. But eventually you see, okay, try it now, and you like, are you just trying to emergency stop?
No, I'm trying to like
Slow it
slow and then
Okay.
come to a full stop.
It seems like it's as you hit it, it's like the kind of lever is that it was like trying to use to slow it down.
Mhm.
It's going, but then you feel like as you're trying to pull it quicker, it like there's some kind of like rumblings with the train, so you like have to do it really slow. And
Yeah.
So you're slowing down, and after about half an hour of it's really you find that sweet spot of where you can do it as fast as you can without that sort of like shaking. Eventually, like the train.
In that half an hour, could I be looking to do any more aid to the other folks?
Yisoki. I mean,
Shando.
you've bandaged up Shando best as you can. I mean, you can use like the kit to like redress her other wounds because
Okay.
she's shot to shit.
Oh yeah.
And the Yisoki, he's just unconscious. So
Okay. So how long would it take for me to do within that half an hour to bandage some remaining stuff on Shando?
yeah, you'd be just fine doing that because you seen that he's kind of got it now.
Could I be
So-
eating a ration while I'm doing it?
Sir,
Just to get a little bit back.
yeah, you get the kind of crumbs in
Yeah.
like her wound, and you're like, oh shit.
Stress eating, guys.
Give me another medicine check.
Okay.
This is just a, like, see how.
That's another 26.
Yeah. So eventually, as you're like, get her like shoulder kind of bandaged up because she got like shot through her like top portion of her shoulder. It looks a little superficial. The one at her leg looks a little bit more harried, but it doesn't seem to have nicked anything vital. And as you like pull tight the new dressing, you just hear as she like wakes up,
Hey!
and you just see her kind of like, raising the gun arm that she has, and like, it's not in her hand, but she's kind of like. quick
All she
patting
sees is me
around.
still like
And
doing my little strut,
Just over.
It's
protector,
like-
my protector, like
she just sees, she like one of her eyes is open. She's like, what happened? And she like
Just rest.
groans as she like
we're slowing down. We're slowing down. We got controls of the train.
Chef, where is he?
Well, he's there and a little bit there, and I got some of them here.
I think he's in my fur.
And she just like looks up, and you just see her like trying to ball her fist, like she's trying to punch you, but she's just like.
I just no.
I thought I told you to take him alive.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, going into this, you didn't give us the whole story, so I think we're even now.
Is the train still
We're slowing
functional?
down. Yes, we fixed it.
We've got this under
And
control.
so she kind of like, leans back and she just kind of like rests. And then by this time, this is like where the train's finally kind of resting now at kind of the top of a dune, and it's like overlooking a very large expanse of flat area. And this is definitely the Sloth Scar Hills area. And
We're like a navigation or like a seeing how far we are away from our destination.
you can look. I mean, you haven't really looked for any sort of like navigational data, so you hook your.
Buzz, help.
All right. So you access it. The navigations are still enabled, and now you're able to kind of like move freely about the cabin. You notice that you guys are actually quite a bit ways through the Sloth Scar Hills. You're starting to enter the Kaviri Plains, which, as you know, is like you specifically
Yep.
know is north of where the Sloth Scars Hills are, and best guess you're probably still another 200 miles from Hive Market. So it's still a good distance away, but you guys have made, like from Estuar to the Hive Market quite a bit of time.
We've still got some time to go. I think with the cargo we've lost and everything, some repairs would be out of the question, and maybe time to search for the other two.
Okay.
Got an idea of how to find me, but I don't know if I can say it because I'm not with you guys.
Unfortunately, you would not be able to.
Shit.
Not right now.
Nope. That is going to be something that they would have to figure out on their own.
Ted, can you check to see how far we've come and the path that we've taken, and how long we've been?
It's all right here on this screen settings.
Okay.
Like literally all that stuff would be shown.
Can you see any
Yeah,
terrain?
there's like a flickering kind of like hollow display of the route that you guys have taken
Okay. I want to see how far it was from that canyon that we had that initial fight.
from like where you guys got separated.
Yeah. Like a little ways after that. Or if I can,
That was about 45 minutes.
it
ago,
was
wasn't
right
it?
before dawn.
Well,
I know that was right before dawn, so is there like if I can like use the
So it
console to like look to see at what time was this?
you're not here.
At what time was this part? How we got this far?
You guys have probably since that time and the time it took you to kind of slow the train down, it's been about an hour and a half. Just with that time, and also just the in-between time you guys had from ending that fight with the one group starting the new one and slowing it down and shit like that.
Okay.
So hour and a half, best guess.
What do you say, Ted? Do you want to go back or do you want to go to the checkpoint?
Well, the longer that they're out there, the worse they're gonna be.
I agree.
Maybe we should.
Start reversing?
The train's not in great shape.
I know. Should we detach and just use the engine to get over there?
Even that's just making more work for ourselves.
Can you detach anything from here? From where we are now?
How possible is all that kind of stuff, like from the engine?
Like detaching all the cars from the engine? Well, I mean, what is it that you're trying to accomplish?
Get back to where they fell.
So like turning the train around.
Detaching and just using the engine to get to them as quick as possible.
That's gonna probably. I mean, you know, it looks like it's partially controlled up here, but there's also kind of like, you know, just you're not sure if you might have to kind of work through it. So I mean, it's gonna take some time, but you probably could.
Can we do that like take a 20 or whatever that was called?
Well, yeah, you take like 20 minutes to
Take a
try
minute.
and like figure out where it is. Because I mean, while you guys are able to kind of like piecemeal this together, like you guys are still no experts on how a train works.
Yeah.
You know? So this is up to this point been kind of you guys' just innate knowledge of how electronics.
let's-
Should we call our AI? Maybe come pick me up.
Let's save our efforts with the train for getting us the rest of the way there. We might have to look on foot for these guys.
Can I call our AI from where we are?
Trying to ease your. Okay.
Or ship?
The you know, weather outside, while you know,
Well,
it's
frightful.
dimmed down,
Kind of
you
delightful.
you seem to be getting some sort of kind of interference at the moment, but you get like a very kind of sketchy connection. You hear like a very slightest kind of yes, yes, can I help?
I'm gonna send a text to our AI
Okay.
and just say whatever coordinates we're at right now, and then I'm gonna say pick up.
Okay. You send it out, and you're waiting for a kind of reply for a couple of minutes, and you eventually hear just or you receive another message. It states from Nemo, ship under lockdown while on dock. Would need authorization from Yardmaster. That would require you guys to be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our best bet is going to be getting off the train and searching on foot.
And also, just you know, as you're aware, like you guys are in the kind of transition point between Slavskar Hills and the Kvari Plains, and Estuar, where you left your ship, is a good because you guys. I mean, the where you guys stopped was after a couple of days of travel already. So I mean, it's by land that is a couple days, but you know, that's just for where your ship is. Obviously, that doesn't really matter for your ship, but just as a kind of geographical kind of thing. Like you guys are like in this kind of area,
Okay.
and Estuar is down here.
Mhm.
And I mean, this is the entire planet.
Right.
So I mean, like you guys are like a good distance away
Okay.
from there. So, what are you guys doing?
I think maybe
How far is it to our next destination?
Your
To Estuar?
your final destination, which is the Hive Market, is about 200 miles. So you guys are much further away from Estuar than you are from the Hive Market. And
approximating, like just guesstimating about how far away from we from where these guys fell off.
probably about an hour and a half. So,
So-
like your train, like you know, just looking at the settings, you were traveling about 60 miles an hour, and based on that, you'd probably be around 3 hours and change to get to the hive market. As far as turning around, you'd have to find like a area to be able to kind of whip around.
Mhm.
But, you're obviously closer going back that way.
I say we
And you're
gotta
you're
go
kind
back
of
and get
guessing where they're at. Like you're obviously going to be able to try and find it, but
any way to maneuver this back around or just reverse it. We need to get back to them to see how they're doing.